I'm sitting next to Mr. Lyndon Winchester, the director of HOP Models and Talent Agency. Man, you got a beautiful view outside. You've got a great view of the city of Buckhead. This is great.
Well, we have to take away from the stresses, in some ways. So, having a good view helps in a lot of ways, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So tell us a little bit about HOP Models and Talent Agency. I want to know how you guys started. How did the dream come about?
So I became an agent about 25 years ago. I was an intern. And so based on that internship, that's brought me to where I am now as agency director. The dream, I guess, started with us, wanting to help people, wanting to be able to, develop people in the forms of, being an actor, being a model, being an athlete, or, we already have amazing talent in Atlanta. But I think what happened was, we wanted to be a part of that facet, and being able to facilitate somebody's, dream in regards to, being a star.
Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, because, it's like, especially in the city of Atlanta. I mean, we're here in Atlanta. You got so many people who want to be stars and they want to act, they want to be models. I mean, there's a lot of people out there.
There are a lot of people,
yeah.
Yes. And, the thing about it is for so long, of course, we've been on the music map. Mm-hmm. But most people don't realize that Atlanta has so much going on in regards to entertainment as well. Even this last year, we filmed like 90 projects in Atlanta alone. And so, it goes from, film, TV to commercials. And so there has to be somebody to help facilitate that. If you don't have, someone that represents a talent to be able to push them to some of the casting directors or, some of the fashion directors, then, they don't have opportunities. So we wanted to be a part of that push in that bubble.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. And I think nowadays we're in, especially like with the city we're in the Hollywood of the South. That's what they call it.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, we in the right spot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's good stuff. So tell us, like, what was, because I'm pretty sure that, I'm pretty sure that you happened to do some modeling or some acting before you started, right?
Yes, I did. Actually, my pathway was a little bit different. I started in entertainment when I was about 4. I was a child actor. And then as I grew, I became a fashion model. And as a model, that kind of progressed me into, the behind the scenes where I took my expertise and now I'm lending that to, other, potential actors, models, to help them, pursue their careers in the business. So, I just got lucky. I think I was in the right place at the right time. And now I'm using that, that expertise to facilitate, other people's dreams.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's what it's all about. Got to be at the right place at the right time.
Right place, right time. Yeah. Different place, different time. Because now our world is so different. When I was coming up, we didn't have Facebooks and Instagrams, and we didn't have mobile apps. We had phone books. We had, so I had to navigate the industry the old school way. But I do feel like that helped me, in regards to the newer generation and trying to navigate, their careers and stuff. So
yeah. It's funny you say that because I was actually having a conversation with my parents not too long ago, and I was like, why couldn't y'all just send a text? It was like, we got cell phones. It was like, what was y'all doing? Like, how y'all were doing?
Well, I wasn't trying to date myself, but yeah, we didn't have cell phones at all. So, it's definitely, different environment, different times. And so, we just have to, find creative ways to navigate this new generation of talent.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Great story for HOP Models. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into the specifics on what they do here at HOP. Stay tuned in. Welcome back to the show. Thank y'all so much for staying tuned in. So tell us a little bit about HOP. What do you guys do exactly?
Okay, so we are a modeling and talent agency. We manage and represent models, actors. We have a voiceover division. We represent some athletes. And what that entails is that, we are a behind the scenes, management. We're behind the scenes, and we're the ones that are introducing our clients to clients that can potentially utilize them on maybe film, fashion shows, commercials. Some of the radio spots that you hear, a lot of those are voiceover talent. So we will be the ones that are booking those type of talent. So that's kind of what an agent does. We're mainly behind the scenes. We do not get any spotlight. So this is, a great opportunity, just to, kind of share what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's good that we're having you guys on the show because you have, like I said earlier, you have so many people want to do this stuff, but not a lot of people know about the glue in between. You guys are like the glue between like, the person and getting on that TV station, getting in that movie or whatever. So it's great that you guys are here. So tell us, so let's say somebody's watching this right now. Okay, they might want to tap into the acting industry. They might want to be a model off the runway a little bit. Do they need to take classes before they come here? Like, what's the process that they need to do before they even get here?
Well, so, everybody has a different story to tell, right? And so everybody's pathway to an agency is different. An agency, we don't have any requirements in regards to someone taking classes prior to them getting with an agent. Once they get with an agency, sometimes talent, they may need to be developed a little bit more or polished a little bit more so that, once they get in front of a client, they have an understanding. But to get with an agency, the best way is to, just take some candid shots of yourself, submit to an agency. If we are interested in your look, then we'll schedule time for us to meet with you in person, to see whether or not you have what it takes, for us to pursue representation.
Okay, that's good stuff. And so you mentioned about headshots, making sure you get your shots right. What does a good headshot look like? Because I know so many people, they can take a little selfie. They be like, oh, this is my headshot. I'm gonna send it in. But I know it's like so much more than that. It needs to be professional. Needs to be polished. Needs to look good. So kind of like describe what a good headshot looks like.
Well, so a good headshot after you get an agent, ultimately what the agent does is we have to put together a concept, or we have to create a concept of that person so we can sell it to a client. So what we're looking for is, personality in a headshot. We're looking for, something that is going to potentially market that person to the client that is buying that talent, right? It's really hard to, I guess, be descriptive without, actually showing you a headshot. But, everybody is going to be a little different. You may want somebody that's a little grungy. You may want somebody that's cute. You may want somebody that's sassy. So you're trying to bring those personalities together and put it on film so that you can send that out to a client.
Okay, guys. So we don't have to have them before we get to the agency?
No, please don't, because a lot of times what happens is you'll have talent that goes out and they spend an assortment or they spend a massive amount of money getting material together, and it's the wrong material for an agent, right? An agent has an understanding of, what a client is looking for. And so, ultimately, we're going to need materials that are going to coincide with what that client is looking for. So if you go out and you're spending a whole bunch of money prior to you getting with an agency, you may be going in the wrong direction.
So tell us, what type of people do y'all look for? Like, maybe somebody's watching and going, oh, I might be interested in, doing, being, one of their people. So like, what are y'all looking for? What do people need?
The key answer to that really is marketability. We are looking for people that we can potentially sell, and so, to be as descriptive as I can be, marketability, because it's hard to tell you exactly what we're looking for agent-wise. But, it's marketability. We have an idea of what may potentially sell. And so, that's ultimately what we're looking for. So, yeah, we kind of know it when we see it,
Yeah, it kind of got that eye for it. You just kind of like this is the person right here.
You develop it over time, because, even when I first got into business, my eye might have been a little bit shabby, but over time, just based on, some of the breakdowns that we get, or, just an idea of what clients may ask for, then you kind of, develop, that sense of, okay, well, this person has the potential to, possibly be a talent, in some form. Okay.
So when I get here, let's say, I sign with you guys, like what happens next? Like, because I know you got people out here thinking, okay, as soon as I sign, they're going to put me on, Oprah, Oprah Winfrey Network. You just got all types of thoughts out there, but when you actually sign, what actually happens?
So an agent has to be really good at managing expectations, because you're right. Most people, they're watching, reality TV, or they're watching these shows. And on those shows, they don't realize, hey, this show has been put together over a course of time and it's edited very well, right? And so I think that, especially in today's generation, today's times, people think that being a star happens instantaneously. That is the false reality. So as an agent, right, when we sign a model, we ultimately have a vision for that model or that actor, right? And so, ultimately, if it's an actor, we're trying to hone in on what may be their skill set. It might be film. It may be a film actor. They may be a commercial actor. They may be a TV actor. All three of those are different, skill sets, right? And so we have to, formulate that so that it translates into opportunities for them. For a model, we have to develop an image. And so, somebody may come in raw, but then we have to kind of polish that image up so that, they can be marketable, right? And so that takes time, even, for most actors, it may take 2 years before they even get their first audition, just based on, we may need to send them somewhere to get audition techniques or to learn how to break down a script. Because that's what happens a lot of times in an audition. You'll get a script, but that actor doesn't understand, who that character is, because they don't know how to break that character down. So, some things, need formal training. And then in some instances, it may be a look, where a casting director says, this person has the look that we want, for this particular project. And then they'll work with them. Doesn't happen all the time. That's very rare, but it does happen, right? But on the modeling end, again, it's more so, putting together, someone's image so that they are marketable. Mm-hmm. The average working talent, it takes in between a year and 2 years to really kind of fully come circle, so that they're developed enough so that you can push them out.
With the modeling and stuff what is the environment like at these fashion shows and stuff like that? Kind of describe the environment.
So each environment is different. I think a lot of times, fashion shows, they're glitz and glamour, but the behind the scenes can be very stressful, especially for a model, because you have to think about, you have a certain time frame to change into, designers' outfits. You're getting hair and makeup done behind the scenes. So it can be kind of chaotic. Now, the final product, of course, is graceful and beauty, but, behind the scenes, there's so much going on. You have other models that are changing. You have maybe a fashion director that's trying to coordinate things behind the scenes. So it can be very chaotic and very stressful. And it also kind of depends on where, that talent is in their career, and how they, kind of navigate behind the scenes.
Yeah, can't be slow about changing out.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And listen, you can't be shy either.
Yeah, gotta be confident. Gotta have that confidence when you walk out there.
You gotta be confident. You gotta be ready to go.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. So, let's say somebody is watching right now. They want to be a part of this industry. Like, what do they do? You guys do y'all recruit talent? Talent needs to submit to ask to be part of it. How does that work?
Well, we do it both ways. So our submission process is very easy. If you go to our website, which is www.hopmodels.com/submission, there's a submission form that comes up. They can submit their materials and their stats. And then again, if we have, if we're interested in their look, then we'll schedule an interview time. Of course, COVID has kind of, changed the dynamic. So we don't just do walk-in talent anymore. That was something that we did in the past. We used to have an open call session, but and due to current events, it's by interview only. What I advise to most, talent that are trying to start out, do their research. Find an agency that they feel is suitable for them and their look. And once they find that out, then I would submit to that agency. And each agency has different submission, requirements and procedures. I would definitely, look online, look at what their procedures are and their requirements, and then I would submit that way.
Wow, yeah, I like the way you broke it down. I definitely hope that the viewers got a lot of information, learned a lot, Hopefully they were able to be educated. Now, of course, I got to ask you, because people like to know where people can see, where people can like see people. So what I mean by that is, where have some of the clients been? Like, I actually took a look on you guys' Instagram. I seen somebody was in a Belk magazine or something like that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What are some of them?
So clients that we have are Vogue, GQ, Neiman Marcus, Macy's, Belk's, Kohl's, JCPenney's, Target, you name it. We've been doing it for a long time. We're all over. We're all over.
Yeah, put me on the Neiman Marcus, man. They got some good stuff.
There you go.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. Well, first off, let me just say thank you so much for coming on the show. You were amazing. And then before we close out, why HOP over all the other model agencies here in Atlanta?
Wait, what is the specific question?
Why should somebody go with HOP rather than maybe other company? Why are you guys different?
Well, again, one of the things, with our agency, we're not comparing ourselves to anybody else. We are ourselves, right? I think that, here we attempt to, give the talent the personal attention that they need, right? When you're dealing with, me as a model, for prime example, when I started in the business, I quickly, gravitated to someone that was going to be more hands-on with me, right? Because again, we want to know how to navigate this business. And so when I became an agent, I wanted to be able to give someone that same hands-on attention, right? And so what that means for me is that, we don't take on a lot of numbers. So we sign very limited amount of talent per year. And what that does is that helps us to be able to develop that talent, right? Whereas, some companies or some agencies, they'll take on an assortment of talent and then try to navigate, how those people are going to, work. And sometimes, talent will get left behind, because they don't move along fast enough, right? So I think for us, it's always been important, to take on smaller numbers. That gives us the opportunity to be able to really manage and develop those people so that, we can navigate their work experience, right? And so that's why we have a bigger success rate in regards to our working talent.
HOP, killing it in the industry. I love it.
Listen, we're trying. We're just, again, we're competing with ourselves, within ourselves. Mm-hmm. And I think that allows us to, to always, work towards.
Thank y'all so much for watching this episode of What's Your Business. I hope you guys were intrigued and informed and inspired about the entertainment industry when it comes to acting and modeling. Maybe you might want to be the next big star, so you might reach out and see how you can be some of those fashion shows and some of those big time movies. Hey, it's opportunity, plenty of opportunity, especially if you're right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank y'all so much for watching this episode of What's Your Business. I told y'all we were going to have on some amazing business owners, and it only gets better from here. Y'all stay tuned in every Friday at 11 a.m. I'm Tyrik Wynn. See y'all next time.